Woo! Hey, welcome back, AFC Northerners, our 60th episode.
Yeah. Thank you for reminding me. I forgot.
There you go. I'll get the intro started. Marc Herman, aka LA Bengal fan on Twitter, repping the Bengals.
Dave Green, Browns guy.
Jan David Sutan, Ravens.
Chris Atkins, Steeler Nation.
There you go. All right, so somebody owes me a little something.
Oh,
Let's start with the good
right.
stuff.
Now, you know this. It's just a Band-Aid coming off.
There it is.
Right?
It's Count.
The 60s show veteran is
Count, but
That's
by the way, and I heard today on PTI that it was a year ago this week
Was our last win.
was their last win.
Yep.
And who did you beat?
Wow.
Shit, wasn't it San Francisco?
San Francisco. Very good. All right. So it's a year ago today.
This man knows everything.
There you go. So, all right. Well, obviously Bengals and Browns played. Bengals, you know, the story of this game, it was over by halftime pretty much. The story of this game was the Bengals could move the ball in the snow and the bad weather, and RG3 looked like a guy who had 3 months off.
It's horrible.
You know, our first drive, you're looking at a really nice run by Tyler Boyd. You know, they ran the reverse. He got, I think, 30 or 40 yards, put us in field goal in scoring position, and then that's followed up by this really nice Tyler Eifert pass. And or Dalton pass to Tyler Eifert, and you know, later on in the game, I think Hugh got a little cute and tried that flea flicker. They started the ball.
What was that about?
They started the ball. Well, I actually didn't mind the play call, but if you look at the play, and you're looking at the play right now, if you look at the play, you'll see that the other wideout was in single coverage, and he threw it to the guy in triple coverage, and Iloka just sat back there and played center field. But I did like the aggressive play call. But once again, you can see that RG3 looks like a guy who hadn't played in 3 months.
3 months.
You know, first half Dalton was 14 of 18. RG3 was 2 of 10, and you did not cross the 20-yard line. So I mean, it's that says it all.
That's the 50 to the
yeah, you didn't until the third quarter. You didn't get into Bengal territory, and it was 20-0 at half, and it should have been 24-0. But we had a certain kicker who missed another PAT. I mean, 6
It
times.
was locked in the highlight right here. That shit is right now. Jan, please roll the clip for me.
Yeah. Well, we have one that was a bad snap. That actually was the ball was flat on the ground that Nugent kicked, but but there was one where he had missed his the field goal. I mean, we're talking left hash, wide right. It's been the story all year. Finally, he was released today. We picked up Randy Bullock, who was cut kindly by the Steelers on Monday.
We'll talk more about that.
I think that's who the Bengals were waiting for, because we tried out kickers, didn't like anybody, and I think they knew they were going to grab one of the Steeler kickers when they were forced to make a decision. So that was it. But other than that, it was another week. We've got 2 wins in a row, and they were weeks where the Bengals got off to fast starts. So that was the key.
I wonder when was the last time Nugent had like a perfect game, like no missed field goals or
I don't know. It's been so long, I can't even remember. So he's always put excitement into the kick, which is what we don't want. What I would like is to have a Tucker, but we don't have him. So
No, you don't.
no. So
All right.
so, Brownies, what was your take on the game?
God, Griffin. 2.7 yards a pass. That's 12 of 28 passing for RG. I know we just showed one clip on we're trying to return the blocked kick for a field goal or for a touchdown, and that was really entertaining. And it shows that we're still trying to be competitive, be in the game. This next clip is of Griffin. Guy drops back. He's got Barnage right off the line. It could have gone easily for 15. Griffin's standing around, dancing around, looking for the big bomb. Doesn't find it. Has to scramble some more. Finds Barnage in the flat. Now Barnage has coverage and the play only goes for 9. I don't quite understand that. How about some numbers? They had 10 drives. We had 10 drives. In our 10 drives, they managed to get 70 plays out of it. We got 53 out of it. We had 13 first downs to their 21. They dominated us by 10 minutes plus in time of possession, and over 100 yards total. They dominated us. Not going to win football games like that. We continue to prove that you can't win football games like that. Some Browns news though, real quick. We released Gabe Wright, we promoted Gabe Wright. We added Mario Alford, and Scooby Wright III ended up signing with Arizona off the practice squad. Big news in the NFL, they announced that we gotta fucking go to damn London.
Yeah.
All right, so we get to go to London. Last time we were there was 1989. It was the American Bowl 4, as what it was being called then. We played the Eagles. We lost 17-13. We played the starters a drive, and that was it.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Was that preseason?
Yeah, it was a preseason.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. I'm like, wait a minute.
We hadn't fully committed to London yet. Now
Yeah,
we're
committed to London. Okay.
Just like
All
the
right.
fourth
All right.
team there. That's pretty much what I got for Brown stuff. And yeah, let's move on to Baltimore.
All right.
Yeah.
Lots
Man.
Monday night.
Lots of energy.
Monday. All right. So Ravens lost to the Patriots 30-23. I mean, we got fucking beat, but we also in the second half fought back with a lot of heart and some luckiness. So first off, I just want to touch base on there was some luckiness. It was like very
A
luckiness.
Janism.
It's a Janism. Definitely a Janism.
Superstitious.
Yeah, stupid. Exactly. So this, I just want to. There's a couple things that I do want to highlight that were really, really good about this game. First of all, it's this juice check run, just freaking massacred through their entire defensive line. Just kept going, wouldn't stop. It was absolutely awesome. I also want to touch down just to get this good stuff out of the way. Justin Tucker had 3 field goals that were successful after, of course, this blocked kick right here. Which honestly,
That's not
no, that's not on him. Honestly, that guy just timed it. That's Bill Belichick just wanted to send. Honestly, that was a big fuck you to the Ravens and Justin Tucker as well. I mean, honestly. So Belichick. I mean, he's hands down the most crafty coach in the NFL ever, and respect. They completely outplayed Harbaugh and company. So some things out of this game. Dixon won the starting job hands down.
Yeah.
I mean, Terrence West wasn't even a factor really in this. This flea flicker, by the way, from the Pats was the biggest fuck you to the Ravens all season. Out of all the things, that flea flicker was we got plenty of time. Let's do this against the number 1 defense. That's Bill Belichick, basically gut checking us. Perriman felt really off. He did have a beautiful catch here in the 4th. You can see it right here, 47 yards, beautiful, but he really didn't do much. Jimmy Smith, his injury scared the shit out of me. Even with him, we need to bulk up our secondary. Weddle, great interception. You can see that right here. He also had a sack in the second quarter. And that onside kick was the worst kick of Tucker's career, completely.
Yeah, that was horrible.
That was
Never got off the
horrible.
ground.
Absolutely horrible. And our defense.
Talking about Boswell.
Yeah, it's defense was completely inconsistent. Ups, downs, ups. They just were all over the map. And we also play in London next year. Real quick stats. Flacco finished the game with 52 attempts and a franchise record 37 completions in a game, which is great. Yeah, exactly. Kenneth Dixon was targeted a team high 11 times, caught 8 passes, 42 yards and a touchdown. Ravens posted 348 yards of total offense. They had 13 rushing attempts by the running back for just 41 yards, and we punted 6 times.
And Weddle was a beast.
Weddle made my game. Weddle, with the exception of not being able to track down on that 80-yard touchdown that Matt Elam fucked up.
Right.
Honestly, Hester's gone. I'm glad Hester's gone. Elam, he's gone. I want him gone now, especially after that, completely botched. I saw what happened. He tripped, but we're not paying you to trip.
No.
That's it.
A lot of money, too.
Yeah.
Moving on to the Steelers?
Yeah.
All right.
Steelers.
Steelers advanced to 8-5, went up north and beat up on the Bills 27-20. I call this one 27-17. I was 1 field goal off by the Billies. Scott Norwood, where are you? I want to start off on defense here because the defense really laid it to them. I'm talking about we had 5 sacks out here, and this is the first game I would say that the weather really had a part to play in. It was a tough day out there, a tough, cold, snowy day out there. 5 sacks. Bud Dupree had 2 of those. He's really making an impact since he's been back. I like what I'm seeing from him. Held Sammy Watkins to 54 yards and McCoy to under 30 yards rushing.
Yeah.
I mean, really laid to him on defense. And the one person I'll single out here because you guys had so many jokes about this guy. Artie Burns now has 3 interceptions, leads our team, and only one person on this couch has more picks than Artie Burns, and that's Weddle. On offense, I'm just going to devote this entire offensive segment to Bell. I talked about him pretty bad earlier this season. He had the 3-game suspension.
I'm mind boggled by the whole interception stat.
I know, right?
Yeah.
What? Yeah.
Wow.
Peyton has 3, but no one else. That's it.
Weddle has 4.
Weddle has 4.
Is he right? Isn't it 4?
Yeah, he has 4.
I'm trying to remember if last time I made for 5. Oh, no, whatever.
ESPN says 4.
Yeah.
Anyway, Bell, all he did was come out here and put up 236 rushing yards and set a franchise record.
Wow.
He was 2 yards
That's
off.
insane.
236. He was 2 yards off of a 300-yard from scrimmage day. He is. He's already passed 1,000 yards this season, and he's now got the most yards from scrimmage in the first 10. Was second most yards from scrimmage from the first 10 games in history. Jim Brown's the only guy who's got more. The number 3 and number 4 behind him are only O.J. Simpson and Walter Payton. And we wore them down.
You sound like my English teacher in high school right now. You're killing me.
So go back to Bell. Three touchdowns.
I got left on the
I know, it's
snap.
like-
I'm just trying to like catch up.
Most people are listening right now.
3 touchdowns. Each one,
Mr. Lambert, are you following this?
Yeah, I know, right?
each one looked easier than the one before for Bell. I mean, the first one he actually had to work for a little bit. The second one, no one touched him until he had already passed the goal line. And on the third one, Roosevelt Nix showed exactly, for you young football players out there, if you're in high school, whatever, watch Roosevelt Nix on this third touchdown. This is textbook how a fullback does a kick-out block. You up?
What?
Just because you're not taking North anymore, now you're following. Now the word first, and AFC
Fuck is
North.
my
Now you're
word.
I know,
following.
right? Thank you. All right, we ready to move on to?
All right, well, we're previewing, so
Yeah,
here we go. We'll do the previews. All right, so Steeler week for the Bengals. Usually we would be looking forward to a primetime showdown with the Steelers, but that got flexed out. Key to us is we get off to the same good start we have the last 2 weeks. And we have a chance here to get the Steelers back. We're going to be playing both of these guys in the next 2 of the next 3 weeks. So we've got Steelers, Houston, and then we close with the Ravens. So we can really throw some monkey wrenches in here. I know it's a chance for some payback here in the jungle to the Steelers. This is a big game for them because if they lose obviously if they lose to Baltimore, they're not going to win the division. Baltimore, the winner of that game is gonna take the division. However,
Unless you guys beat Baltimore last week.
unless we beat Baltimore last week. But if we give them their second division loss and they beat Baltimore and they finish tied with Baltimore, that's the first tiebreaker.
Yeah.
So they basically would have another tiebreaker that's not falling their way. So it's a chance for the Bengals to really step in there. And the Bengals get numerically eliminated from the playoffs this week if they lose. So they don't want to do that and have the Steelers have the joy of being the team that eliminated them. So a lot of stuff there. The defense just has to keep doing what they've been doing. The defense has been playing good the last couple weeks. The offensive line, they gave up 4 sacks in the first half to the Browns. So now I know that you guys were letting the dogs run, but we can't let that happen. So the offensive line has to play like they did against the Eagles, where we didn't give up any sacks. And then if there's not going to be any playoffs, we need so many things. I think I've read that it's less than 5% is the numerical possibility. So, but I mean, we would have to run the table obviously, and we need help. So the only way to do that is the stuff you can control. Take it a game at a time. And get to screw the Steelers at the same time. So there's a lot to play for this week. Let's see what happens. I really think the Bengals will bear down. I'm looking for one of those down and dirty AFC North, hard-fought field position games. I'm thinking 19-13 Cincinnati.
1930.
Go.
Okay. All right. Not Cincinnati.
So,
All right.
Cincinnati.
I think we're going to go into the jungle and get that win there, the payback win that we've been wanting all year. The thing that scares me about this, Ben had a pretty bad game this Sunday against the Bills. He had a couple picks there.
Three.
At
So
home,
he didn't deflate
at
the
home,
football this week.
Yeah, exactly.
Same number of picks as Artie Burns.
we fight them. We fight them. Meta. In Pittsburgh, Ben throws 5.7 touchdowns per pick. On the road, he throws 1 touchdown per pick. That scares me a little bit.
Should.
Like Marc said, I mean, we really need this to stay in this playoff hunt. I don't think the Ravens are going to have too many big challenges like this the rest of the season, so we really need this one to stay in it. I'm looking for Brown to score one to take that 50th touchdown for the franchise record from Roethlisberger to Brown for number 50. I'm looking for Tyler Boyd to have a decent game. I'm not sure who he's going to be matched up against. Probably Cockrell. I think he's the best we've got right now. The one thing I will say about this game, if he's healthy, put D'Angelo Williams in this game. This game has the potential to turn really, really ugly in Cincinnati. No love lost between these two teams.
None.
And if you can lay down a legal hit and knock someone out, for the rest of the season, I'm sure Cincinnati would be happy to do it. Put Williams in. I do think, however, the Steelers are going to come into Jungle and take this one 26-19.
26-19.
26-19.
26-19.
Honestly, somebody's got to face you. I mean, all of us have to face all of us. But, I would rather the Bengals beat the Steelers in this regard. I mean, it makes it easier for us. That way there is no weird tiebreaker bullshit. But at the same time, I just see Burfict eating a lot of pussy this week.
So... And there was a story that was run actually.
No, it's I just see I meant Bud Dupree eating a lot of pussy is what I mean. It's I just see Bud Dupree really just kind of getting into the. I'm basically saying
I think that's
you
a good
guys,
thing.
exactly.
Yeah,
I think that you guys are going to.
Bud Dupree has played.
I don't know why I said
a lot's been played with the Burfict and Antonio Brown, and if you want to go on PFT's blog, they actually Burfict and Brown met each other in person in the offseason in Miami, and he actually apologized to him. There was no harm done. I mean, so all the stuff that you see,
it was Pac-Man Jones. It was all the trash talk.
Yeah, but Pac-Man Jones was trash talking with Terrell Pryor. I'm talking about this game
No, I'm
coming
talking
up.
about the hit last year, right?
No, that was Burfict on Antonio Brown.
But Pac-Man Jones
With Joey Porter.
Was with Joey Porter, yeah. So
that's what I'm saying.
That's what.
Shout out to Joey Porter for winning that game.
So yeah.
All right, guys.
But like I said, a lot of people are playing into that, and we know as professionals these guys are a lot different off the field, especially when they see each other in the offseason.
Yeah.
And apparently
They're
they saw each other in Miami.
They're warriors. They respect each other as
Well,
warriors.
they could be teammates down the road. These guys.
We gotta move on, guys.
So, all right, Browns.
Browns. All right. So last week we're going to Buffalo this week, right? And last week they played Pittsburgh. Bell averaged, for what a monster day he had, he averaged 6.2 yards a carry. Crowell this past week against Cincinnati averaged 7.7 yards a carry. I'm thinking maybe, hopefully, we can run on Buffalo this week, and I think we can maybe get our first win this week. Guys, for Buffalo, we got to watch out for LaShawn McCoy and Charles Clay on offense. Watch Preston Brown this week on defense for those guys. He had a monster game last weekend. Yeah, I'm going to predict Browns' final score. I think the Browns are going to get this one. It'll be kind of ugly. I'm going to say it's going to be 17-14 Browns. Before we advance any further, I'd like to congratulate Chris for making the playoffs in fantasy football. I would like to congratulate the Weed Curtain for making the playoffs.
Another Steeler guy.
Comeback City for making the playoffs. Perfect Storm, myself, and First Down Syndrome.
Yeah, I'm out of there.
And Jan, unfortunately.
Yeah, no, I'm done. I wasn't even able to draft.
Yeah.
So
sorry,
I was. You know what? I
I'm
wasn't
not-
able to draft. It's all good. I didn't have a lot of expectations.
I get to play Perfect Storm this week again, so we get to
Let's
go back
go.
to
Right
that.
on.
So let's see who wins this one. Perfect. Good luck.
Good luck.
Bad luck.
Yeah.
All
That's all
right,
I
so,
got.
Ravens,
all right, Ravens. So we are playing the Eagles. Yay! Basically, we're gonna win this, and if we don't, we fucking suck. Odds are putting us at 33-13 against the Eagles right now, and it's too early to know who's in and out yet because we haven't had an injury update. But honestly, with Hester gone, as long as Elam's on the field, I'm good. I mean, the Eagles' offense. I mean, aside from Wentz, is really lacking. None of the wide receivers can catch. Their own line is like Swiss cheese. Doug Peterson isn't Bill Belichick. Honestly, if I think about this game, I think that Steve Smith actually has one of his best days against this team.
Total fall from grace.
And then, thanks to a cheap shot, you got Darren Sproles in the concussion
Oh my
protocol.
God.
Yeah, exactly.
That was
exactly.
a cheap shot.
Yeah, so I honestly call this game. I don't think it's going to be 33-13. I got a little bit more respect for the Eagles. I think that it's going to be 28-21. I think 28-21 is
You're going
about.
to get 4 touchdowns?
Yeah, I think that against that. I mean, they're just. I see offenses, defense and special teams just kind of like holding them there, and we wind up throwing an interception and once or twice because Joe is an idiot, and we wind up like losing a couple of a pick six or something like that. I don't know, but that's just I don't know. Also, for those who are asking on Ravens Reddit, for playoff scenarios, the wild card race is way too up in the air. But honestly, the only scenario, that which Baltimore can lose a game and still win the division would be if Pittsburgh loses both of theirs, loses 2 of their final 3 for the AFC North, and then we win on Christmas Day.
Which means Cleveland beats Pittsburgh on the last game of the season.
Exactly. Or they lose to you, they lose to us, and then they might win against the Browns. That's still a factor. Basically, Christmas Day will decide the North with when the Steelers are visited by the Ravens. So that's going to be fun. That's it for.
Yeah, that's the debate. That's the game.
One thing I forgot to throw out: Mike Tomlin now has 100 wins. He's the 8th coach to get 100 wins in his first 10 seasons. Never had a losing season. Shout out to Mike Tomlin.
There you go.
Yeah.
So
good.
Anything else? New subscribers.
Thanks for our new. Yeah, right. Thanks for our new subscribbers, David Watanabe. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
James Clark, thank you, bud.
Thank you.
Farhan Khalik. I hope
there you go. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Khalik.
So.
I think that's pretty much it for us. If you want to send us questions, comments, etc., feel free to send it to our email right here, AFCNortherners@gmail.com. We didn't have a Reddit mailbag today. We just knew that we were going to run long with everything to talk about. If you're feeling generous, please think about becoming a patron. You can go to patreon.com/AFC Northerners. Email address, the address is right there. It's also in the show notes. $2 does a lot for us. So if you enjoy the show, you want to help us out a little bit, make the show even better, feel free to go on to patreon.com/AFC Northerners. And I think that's it.
Yeah, and we will sign off as we always do with
Fuck the Patriots!
See you next week, everybody.
Kind of happy with them right now.
I'm not moving. I'm staying right there.
Game's over.
I don't give a shit. Fuck them.
High snap, and that one goes nowhere. Scooped up by the Browns. That's a live ball. They lateral it. And this is Demario Davis on the return. Davis pitches it back to Joe Hayden. Trying to reverse field. This is like Cal Stanford for 2 points, though. Hayden still going to midfield. Pitches it back, and finally, the fun ends at midfield.
Well, let's hope that isn't the highlight of the day for the Cleveland Browns.
Hey, fellow Northerners, we love the show. We want to make it even better.
You may have noticed we started showing game clips, and we have even more planned for you guys. So we need your help. We started a Patreon page to bring you our show commercial free for less than $5 a month.
For less than the price of a Grey Barbarian Knit Octopus beanie on Amazon, which is actually a thing, you should look that up, you can help make this show even better, including instant reactions to each game, a weekly podcast, in-depth analysis, and much more.
If you want to help us improve and you can spare a little change, go to patreon.com/AFC Northerners or click in the link below in the show notes to subscribe.
Exactly. We appreciate every one of your views, your comments, and your emails. Thanks for watching, and as always,
Fuck the Patriots!
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, guys.
Look at me! I'm Dr. Zoidberg!